What's up, guys?
Yo!
Well, we're here today. If you look outside, you can see here in Tennessee, we had a historic record-breaking ice storm. I don't know. I can remember in the 90s we had one like this. Thank God we didn't go without power at our house this time.
Yes, thankfully.
It's been a deal. We're able to get out. We can't get to the school yet. He and I tried to get up there Monday. No bueno. It's not happening. So
that much ice.
Yeah.
Of the entire parking.
Yeah, the steps was a straight. It's fun. So, but I'm a pastor, so we had to come and check on the church, make sure everything was okay. And we got talking. Thought, well, let's do a little quick film just for fun, just because. Why not? Because we haven't been able to get out and do it, and we got to talk about what we want to film. And I told him, I taught self-defense classes for years and years and years. You grew up watching me teach these classes. Of course, me and my instructor, I was the one being thrown because I was a young guy during that time. There's a lot of self-defense techniques that are, and I'm trying to be nice here, they're garbage.
They're trash, to say the least. I'm going to shut up.
No, please. Tell them how you really feel.
They're the stupidest things that will get you killed.
Yeah.
Now, Joey, how do you know this? Because it's common sense. If you're in this lifestyle for long enough, you can spot a bad egg really quickly.
Well, you're not wrong.
Right?
And honestly, this is just my humble opinion. If you've never been punched in the face in a fight and you've never punched anybody back in a fight, you're not qualified to teach how to defend somebody.
That's exactly.
That's in a fight. That's just the way I view
Yes.
it. Not to say that I'm some massive street fighter or anything. I'm not saying that. But I've had to do what I've had to do on a few. I wasn't always a preacher.
Yeah, right. We've been hit once or twice.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And I said in one of the previous videos, before we got into battle rap, I did cane. Traditional shepherd's crook cane. And I learned this, I fooled with this, I worked with this, and there are some wonderful benefits to this. This is a combat cane. I don't even want to talk about how much I paid for it. It's sharp here so that you can hook and grab flesh and tear, and you can get a hold of a limb and
gouge.
That crook really, really, really is handy. It has benefits, and I'm seriously thinking that some of the higher ranking students, giving them the option to learn that in our class. I'm still on the fence about that or not, because it's not true. But anyway.
Oh, whatever.
So, just like with some of the other unarmed self-defense classes that are taught, I've seen a lot of videos with this, and they teach these self-defense techniques that, I'm sorry, they're going to give you a false sense of security. Yeah. You're going to think that because I've got this stick, I am invincible, I am unstoppable, and I am Superman, and you are going to get hurt. I'm sorry, it's the reality.
It's true. It is so true. And something we was talking about earlier, no offense, but a lot of people who have canes need canes. They're
right,
weak.
Right, absolutely.
So I'm thinking, let's say, you're a 120-pound old man or whatever, and you come and swing at me, I'm going to probably I'm just going to eat it, and that stick's going out of your hand because you haven't conditioned your hand. You ever see the videos of the heavyset people grabbing and swinging and they fall?
Yeah.
Same concept.
It is. And in my incident, of course, he knows, y'all don't know, I've got rheumatoid arthritis from my neck to my feet. I'm eat up with it.
You can imagine why car wrecks and motorcycle wrecks are so good for you.
Right, right. And I've got a bad hip. I've mentioned it once before, I think, from a car wreck. Well, when my arthritis and my hip's really flaring up, I need the stick to balance because I can't put any weight on my hip. It's really difficult if I'm injured to be able to
flipping Bruce Lee.
Okay, well, what do you just gonna reach in your pocket and pull out your Superman pill? It doesn't work.
No.
So one of the techniques that they teach, and I'm sorry if you teach this, I'm sorry, but it's laughable. Mr. Bad Guy, you want me, so I'm now crook forward. Now I do agree with that. I do agree with that one. Mr. Bad Guy, he's standing there planted, and I'm gonna clock him right between the legs, and then I'm gonna come down and hit him here, and I just won the fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a woman, you don't understand this. But all you men out there know, and you know what I'm fixing to say. From puberty, if not before, you learn instinctively to guard anything coming towards that region. That is a delicate region. I've got 3 daughters. When telling them how to protect themselves from teenage boys, I know how they are because I used to be one. I never once told him to knee him in the groin. Why? Because he instantly knows to protect himself from that.
Yeah.
This technique, there you go. Can I get a lot of power swinging down like this? Oh yeah, I can. I can absolutely do some power to it. Is that going to be a fight ender? Let me explain something. In the real world, I am 5'9". I'm 195 pounds. I'm in fairly good shape. He's what are you, 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", whatever, 5'8", 5'9", 100 and what? 140. If I don't look like I am weak and an easy target, if I'm just walking along happy, healthy, and confident, odds are real good he is not going to attack me. Why? Because predators look for sheep, they don't look for wolves or sheepdogs. So if he's going to attack me, it's really a good chance that I either am looking weak and infirm, I am weak and infirm, or he's going to be a whole lot bigger than me, or he's going to have a force multiplier, which would be a gun or a knife. For me to hold this like this and to come down and crack him across the back like that, the odds are really good. All you're going to do is make him angry.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this or that, but with that like that, I'm going to eat that.
More than likely.
And I'm going to get mad.
And you have to take into account emotions and adrenaline and all of these things. Is it going to hurt him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hurt later.
But right. This is a concussion tool, device, whatever. It is designed to work on impact. It's an impact device. It's a lever that increases your momentum and increases force. Whack, and it hurts. Now, I've mentioned it before in real talk. If I come across and I break his shin, that's a fight ender.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Because at that point, I don't have to run, I can walk away. If his leg is snapped, odds are real good he's not going to follow after me. Really not. If I take this and I jam him in the throat, odds are real good he's not going to want to fight anymore. But that's not a fight ender.
No.
Because there's a good chance he's going to get his wind back. So from here, I need to make sure that I can finish so that I can. And it does. I'm not saying you have to kill him or you have to knock him out. No. But to make sure that I'm safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what I got to do.
And that shot can kill you very easy, yes. Yeah. But real life, we're moving around, and unless you practice hitting a quarter with that, you're not going to hit it every time. You might hit me here.
Right.
You might hit me here. So the chance of hitting that 2-finger gap.
Well, it's just like right here.
Yeah.
From early childhood, you're taught to protect that. Your eyes, you immediately put your hands up over your eyes to protect your eyes. Your face, you do that on purpose. We're designed to protect this. We instantly ball up here because the back can take a whole lot more of an impact than the front. And so the concept of me doing one hand and coming down, and if you don't mind, pull down, my stick landing across his back here, unless I fracture a spinal cord, which is, I guess it could happen, that is not going to, that's just pointless.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if I go to the back of the neck, or if I go to the back of the skull, well, you're talking lethal force.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what's the situation arise? But I don't know. Anyway, we was talking about it, we was thinking about it, and I don't want you to get a false sense of security. Okay?
Yeah.
I spent many years in law enforcement, and I've seen a lot of people in a lot of different scenarios, and a lot of different situations. And I've seen people with this false sense of security thinking that they know what's up. They get a job in a jail. They think that they're just all that and then some because they've got a 40-hour in-service training. And then when it gets real and an inmate swells up, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because they've never been in that situation. So to me, this is a waste of time. I'd rather do this, get him back so that now I can be prepared to do a genuine strike with some force. That's just me. So, what do you think?
I 100% agree. Because, no offense to any of you guys, but a lot of people who watch these videos is because they're learning and they don't have the real world experience per se. And we don't want you to get a false sense of security from our videos or watching those videos and trying to apply ours to that.
Right.
So we're really trying to teach you what really works.
Right.
And we're not saying, because there's just one guy, I'm not going to name names, on YouTube. He says, if it's not my way, it's the highway. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that.
There's many ways to skin a cat.
That's exactly it. But we're just saying from personal experience, this stuff we're showing actually works. Is it what you do? Maybe not, but it works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's like I have a good friend of mine. He's a huge proponent for the 7.62, the AK-47.
Exactly.
I personally am not a big fan of that particular weapon.
And I am. And that's one of
you
my
are,
favorites.
and he's not who I was talking about.
Yeah, no,
But,
somebody else.
But at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. You do you, I do me, as long as the job gets done, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Tea and coffee. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter as long as you get your caffeine.
Exactly.
But I just, and if you teach these things, okay, more power to you. That's fine.
Yeah.
And if you get on here and say, well, I teach this and I've taught this for yada, 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 and that's fine. That's fine. If you've done it and it works, great. Thank God you're here to be able to tell the tale. But for me, in my personal experience, I don't want to gamble on something that might work.
Yeah.
We teach Battarat, and in our very first video, we explained Battarat means the Irish art of stick fighting.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to bring it into a modern world today, yada, yada, yada. You can go back and watch that video. Here's the thing. We also are teaching you how to defend and protect yourself.
Yep.
And real life self-defense situations. They're quick, they're dirty, they're gross, they're bloody, they're nasty, they're ugly, and before you know what happened, it's over.
That's exactly it. That's 100% true. And getting on a soapbox, I feel like we're on a soapbox. It's true. People think, oh, I'll do X, Y, and Z, this technique, just like this. It'll be smooth, clean. I'll go home at the end of the day. Hopefully, yeah. I tell you what, it's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be clean. You're going to be bloody, bruised. Yeah. You might break a finger. And if I go in, ram my finger up his nose, I might break my finger.
Right.
So I'm thinking, yeah, these aren't clean. They're dirty.
Well, okay. Real quick, because we got time, because obviously the snow's not going anywhere anytime in the near future. I'll give you another example. I saw this, and I honestly, when I saw this, I was, are they really, or is this parody? No, they really teach this. And this is something that's taught to women. I'm going to do it without the stick, because that's the first way I saw it. And then I'll do it with the stick, because I saw they modified it for the cane, which, okay. So, I'm 5 foot tall, 120 pound woman.
Ooh.
You're Mr. Mugger, rapist, robber, whatever. You're going to grab me with both hands. Okay, first of all, this is not junior high, and you're not a bully taking my lunch money. So why in God's name would you do this?
I'm going to grab my vest.
Yeah, grab my vest. So the technique was, as the woman, up, down, push.
You're lying.
I am not lying. I am not lying. That was legitimately taught. Now, if in Mudokwan, this right here, this is what we was taught. Are you ready for this? From right here, right there. Put your hand right in his face and just start pushing and clawing and getting him back. Not a technique, a strike, or anything of that nature. You're making distance and you're trying to scratch his eyes.
Yep.
Put your hands to the sky. Make two fists. King Kong his elbows, because that's the weak spot. And when his arms bend, you step and push and knock him out of the way. And then you take the cane. See, the cane makes it better, because now I got this cane, and you bring the stick up, and so now I got a lot more momentum, and I strike down, and I push him back off that way. Are you serious?
Sure, buddy. Sure.
If you tried it, really tried it.
Yeah.
Now, we just explained how much I weigh versus how much he weighs. Grab my vest. Don't let me bend your arms.
Okay.
I'm going to put my arms up, and I'm just going to drop with everything I've got, forearm to forearm. I'm not going to try to hurt you or anything.
I appreciate that.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah.
That didn't work.
I wasn't even trying that hard, to be honest.
That didn't work at all. I mean, that absolutely didn't work. And of course, there's always the backup. If from here, if this doesn't work, you can do this.
Yeah.
But who's got time for all that when it's going that quick?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So just be careful. There's a lot of nonsense out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying everything we teach is right, perfect, and 100%, but
it does work what we teach.
yeah.
Don't ask how we know, it just does.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't always a preacher, and we'll leave it alone. It is what it is, guys. Just use caution. Just use caution. If it's not pressure tested, then it's a guess.
That's exactly it. And that's another, you said that pressure testing. It all works good in the classroom. It's air conditioning. You know, you're with your friends and you're not scared for your life. Well, when that comes, are you going to remember every 50-step program? No, you're not. No, you're not. So that's what we teach. 1, 2, 3 moves, and then it's over. Because that's what's real.
Yeah, you're right. We teach basic movements. Again, I said it before in a previous video. A punch is a punch, a kick is a kick. We was doing a technique. Let me get my stick. And I was showing a student, this was just the other day, before the storm hit, and I was showing him how to do a technique. And God love him, this particular student was really focused, really paying attention, and he was like, well, do I hold my hand this way, or do I hold my hand, or, oh yeah, no, it was, do I hold it like this, or do I hold it like in a bayonet or a kayak guard? And I just looked at him, I said, which one's more comfortable for you? And he was like, what? I said, I prefer doing it out of a kayak guard, but it works out of a bayonet guard. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because the technique is the same, shove, shove. It's the same basic technique.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn 500 different techniques to do one single disarm. What are you
seriously.
doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, and we'll close the video on this. Bruce Lee said it. I can show you 600 techniques and make you a good fighter. I can show you 6 techniques and make you a great fighter.
Exactly right. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to remember every little step if it's 50 steps for one technique.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You just got to pressure test it.
Pressure test it. Pressure test it. Practice with somebody else.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a multiple part series of this right here. This was the first one, so we got in a big soapbox and we're talking a lot. The second, third, fourth, fifth, 20th, whatever, they're not going to be this long.
Or they might be longer.
Or they might be longer.
Y'all have a good day, guys. I appreciate it.
See y'all later.